Hello, dear friends, and again, in continuation of our previous broadcast, I would like to give you today an understanding and clarification about the transformation of consciousness, about those quantum processes that are now taking place with humanity and with the world in which we live. Since the planet receives very serious and strong radiation, gamma radiation, they create certain changes inside the human brain. And the human brain, sending new, more powerful impulses to the cells of the human body, creates certain transformations. Consciousness is these waves that perceive the human brain, cellular level, genetics, and human DNA, and certain states of modification take place in humans. And what exactly is happening? People are moving into the first dimension of life. They are changing. Everything is changing in people. First of all, the perception of the world is changing in them, since the world is already unfolded differently. The third dimension no longer exists. Now we live exclusively in the fourth dimension. And some people live in the fifth dimension, and there are those people who live in the sixth dimension, having an even more expanded state of consciousness. But we are watching such thing, and in our last broadcast we talked about the fact that the planet was not ready for these new transformations, new force fields, which created certain changes on the planet. And in this regard, many people undergo certain processes of change due to strong gamma radiation. That is, people change, people's genetics change, the work of the cells of the entire human body changes, and world science says that the so-called mitochondria have ceased to perform their function. They have been displaced from the cells of the human body, and now the centrosome has occupied the main energy state of life inside the human cell. We see these transformations everywhere. We see that the animal world has been transformed and is going through its transformations and expanding its consciousness, is evolving. We are also seeing the development of humans, and now at this time we notice with you that a huge number of people have begun to ask many very serious questions that they had not been able to answer before. This, my friends, is the transformation of consciousness. Humans expand their consciousness due to high-frequency waves that pass through certain channels on the planet. And this power process began in 2019. We see with you that this process does not end. On the contrary, it expands and intensifies even more. And in this period of time, people going through their transformation of consciousness are going through purification processes. So many people go through certain colds, as they call it, or fever, high temperature, or runny nose, headaches or dizziness. That is, the body is rebuilt to new vibrations, a new state. In order for these processes to be painless, you need to keep your body clean. You need a healthy lifestyle, healthy nutrition, and healthy thinking, which is enhanced by gamma radiation of gamma waves that create certain processes inside the human body and around. Because you should not forget that what you feel and think and what you live, then you radiate outward. And in this way, you either create this world, or on the contrary, infect even more with your destructive state. We can say this, my friends. It's time to take responsibility for your life, because everything that is happening is already on the surface. And we see with you now how aggressiveness, malice, hatred, and envy destroy people. Such people undergo very serious disease processes. And we understand that people create these diseases for themselves by their own internal state. It's time to take responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, for your inner state and behavior. Now is the time. And my friends, time is now very accelerated. and it shows that people who live in aggression, anger, hatred, envy, and greed are people who finish their evolutionary path of development. After all, do not forget, life is based and arranged thanks to the laws of the cosmos. Laws of the cosmos: create and live long, be perfect as the Creator Himself is perfect. Sow good, and you will reap good harvests. And these laws are the basis of morality. These laws are the foundations of life itself. These laws are life itself. And while humanity does not understand this, it will fall into the abyss, which we are currently seeing and noticing and observing. And only those people who do not want to fall into the abyss, who want to get out of these hardships, who want to continue to live, evolve, and multiply the beauties of life on this planet, it is these people who have the future. These people are the ones who develop, people who ask questions, and of course find answers to them. Therefore, do not be afraid of diseases, and do not be afraid of colds or viruses. Yes, be careful and attentive to yourself, because God protects those who protect themselves. But always remember, the world is going through a process of transformation of consciousness.